Hi, my name's Tom Jackson. I do a lot of real estate litigation, and I thought it might be interesting just to talk for a minute about how you can acquire a right-of-way. A lot of people come in and have right-of-way issues, and so here's a quick primer on right-of-ways. The first way you can have a right-of-way is that it is what Virginia calls an express grant, which you will find in a deed. And it needs to be not only in your deed, but it needs to be in the deed or the chain of title of the person across whom you have to travel in order to get to a public road. So express means that it's set out very succinctly and obviously in deeds that are recorded in the clerk's office. The second way that you can have a right-of-way is by prescription. And prescription means that the road has been used for 20 years continuously, openly, very obviously, and there are some other requirements. But so this would cover a situation where, for instance, there is no writing in a deed that says there's an express right-of-way, but the road has been used for the last 50 years as the way in and out for a piece of property. And it has not been by permission, and that's a really important aspect of the case, is that the person across whom you are traveling cannot have said, hey, you've got my permission to do this. It has to be without permission. So, and there's a lot of situations where that would apply. And the last one, which is probably the most overlooked but possibly the easiest to prove, is called an easement by necessity. And in that situation, you have a piece of property that is what a lot of people would call landlocked. There is no way out, but if you go back and look at the chain of title for the surrounding properties, and you find that the property you're trying to get to was at one time united with all the properties around it that go to the road, and then it was separated at some point in the past without a right-of-way being reserved, then the courts can give you what's called an easement by necessity. That easement's going to be the width of the road as it has been traveled in the past. For instance, if there is a road that goes into the property. It's not perfect, but it is a way in and out. Is it possible to be landlocked in Virginia? Yes, it is. But before you come to the conclusion that you're landlocked, you ought to see an attorney and see if any of those three possibilities exist for you to have a legal right-of-way.